Hi, Lakshman. Welcome to Cloud and Loud Tech Community. We are here for past 11 years, and we are doing a lot of programs. And as part of this, we are raising a lot of fund to give back to the cancer childrens. Very happy to see you today. Can you please introduce yourself to our tech community members?
Sure. I'm Lakshman. I'm most of a techie guy. I'm a DevOps practitioner and architect practitioner. I used to develop and architect a lot of applications, lot of solutions. So I like to share some of my wisdom so that many people is able to learn and get it from there. So they can able to share with their friends. So it's like a networking. So that sharing the knowledge with shared will connect it to other people's and other people's too. So and thank you for welcoming me for the Cloud and Loud. So thank you. So let's go and
Yes.
get and start into the session. That's sure.
Yeah. So probably you can help us to understand build once, deploy anywhere with Azure. In Azure, I hope this will help us to understand more in terms of the hands-on part, uh, Rashman.
Sure. So I will get in deep digger and I have lot of tips on regarding this. So I will share a lot, no props. So let me share my screen. Able to see my screen, right? So
Yes. We are able to see your screen.
sure. Hi all and welcome you for the one of the session from mine which is build once deploy anywhere. If you are viewing from anywhere, morning, evening or night, and welcome you all for this session. So build once deploy anywhere, it's the term or a concept. So it's like build once, you can deploy it anywhere where based on the package you will be changing code. So we will be seeing a lot against this and I thank Cloud and Loud for giving me this opportunity to share some of my experience. So this is about me. I'm Lakshman. I'm a Microsoft Stack and DevOps, and I have a YouTube channels too where I share more related on Angular stuff. So I'm Angular expertise. So I work on a technical lead as a Alexa business solution. You can follow me on @Shah Lakshman in Twitter and can just mail me if you have any queries regarding issues on Angular or any kind of stuff on Cloud and Azure. So don't let's not wait anything. The agenda is very simple for me. It's what it is, why we need it, and a small demo, and that's it. So first of all, what is build once deploy anywhere? It's like a booming thing currently at present. So most of the people build, deploy for each and every stage. Either it is a back end or front end, most of the stuff. So once the DevOps has came up and with lot of plugins and options as played up, so we can build once and we can deploy it anywhere. So what actually is, it's a concept. It's not a technique. It's not a technology. It is a concept which is came up from the 12 factor app. It is a one of the concept called build once, deploy anywhere. It has a 12 principle. One of the principle is build one deploys anywhere. So why we need it? First of all, there was a huge chunk of applications which is from the front end. So for the back end, we usually have our application config if it is Azure, if it is a AWS or GCP, we having some options where we can have configurations which can be changed at any point of time because it will be accessible. But in the application which is on the front end point of view, you need to build, deploy, build for develop, build for a stage, build for some kind of production or stage 2 testing. Those it is a huge amount of time when you are considering DevOpsing your application. So to make the application build once and rapid deployment, and etc. We can just scale it up, and with multiple options of deployment stage. Whenever some guys comes up here, I need this application in this stage, you can just spin it up in 2 minutes without building that application. That's main key point. And you can able to make it more efficient, because you will be concentrating only on the code which you need to develop, not on and how it has to be. So you can just configure it once and it can be, that's it. So it will be like consistently it will be deploying. If you have any errors, you can need to find out and find trigger if some plugins are task updates on the DevOps side. So that is all about the build once and deploys anywhere. It's like a concept. So you can able to build once and deploy anywhere. So hope you are able to understand, guys.
Yes, Lakshman.
Sure. This is all about some kind of presentation. So the demo which I'm going to show is with an Angular application, which I'm using the VS Code as a code editor, and with the Node.js, it is a pre-default when we need Angular CLI. So the demo which I used to prepare is just an Angular application. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the environment variables switchable based on the environment which we need to deploy. We need to change the environment variables and we need to deploy it on the application as concerned. So without wasting any time, it's been a lot of people like to see the code, not presentation. So let's go to the code, and so this is the application which I used to create. So if you want to create a new application, you can just go up, just type ng new and the app name. It will get started.
I think your screen is not shared now.
One sec. Hmm. Is it now okay?
Yes.
Super. So this is the application which I used to I build up. So if you want to create a new Angular application, you can just go up, just type ng new and with some name, blah blah blah, and I can just create up. So once after creating it, what I done is I've cleaned up some of the sources code in the main app component and just keep it simple as like a small header of the app and what the current environment it is running. That's it. So whenever we develop some applications on the front end point of view, there will be some elements. If you are familiar with Angular, and there was an environment file which for the development and that for the production. So I have labeled some strings here, so it will be passing on the time of deployment. These variable names will be get changed on DevOps, on Azure DevOps. So first let's open it up. So it's 6201. So it is in a development mode. So the thing what I have done is, you can see I am getting the environment name from the environment variable and it is development. So this is the thing which is which will be playing a huge role on my deployment on the environmental change, where I will build once, I will deploy n number of stages based upon the what the guys need. So let me open up my my Azure first. So this is the app which I already pre-deployed. So what I'm going to create is I'm going to create a static web app on the Azure. And one of the where I faced right now on Angular is if you working with Angular, while building up an application, you need to just comment this Safari major version, so your build will break. It break mine too. So this will be helping you to on setting up your DevOps. So just comment this one out if you are using the latest version. So coming back to this cloud and cloud web app or SPA app. It's for the hobby and that's it. So let me finish creating this. So it does submit its starter. In the meanwhile, this is the Azure DevOps solution and this is the source code which this is the cloned up here, which I pushed out here. So I have set it up a default classic DevOps pipeline. It's not a YAML one, it's a classic one, and this is a public repo where anyone can able to access. I will share the link with you guys, so you can share with them so that they can able to access this application and they can able to figure out how it is done. Sure, right?
Sure, sure. That
Sure,
will help us,
sure.
community
So
members.
this the setup is very simple for any front-end Angular based application where we need to just install node npm build and drop the dist file for of the build. That's it. A three-step build. So I'm going to build only once, but I will be deploying multiple times. So I already have a stage environment which is already set it up. Let's take a look. So meanwhile, before getting into this, so when you are creating a static web app, the one of the biggest benefit you can able to is you will get an HTTP by default. If you and have a custom domain here, I have some application which is running in the HTTPS even with a custom domain. So you can see here, this is stage, but it will be like where it came from. I will show you one sec. So in the pipelines, there was a one thing called library. What library acts here is you can put up what are all the variables you need, which will be replaced in the release pipeline, which you need to map it. If you go into the release pipeline, there was a stage which I linked up. So I will be linking up the production once I get created it. So this is for the stage and this is the deployment token which will be coming up from here. So if you click here, you will get a deployment token pop up. You can just copy and paste it there and make it secret because with its deployment code, anyone can able to deploy in your static web app. So kindly don't share with anyone. And if you do add in a pipeline, make it as a secret like this locked. So once this started in the stage, I am having a huge chunk of tasks here. So first it is I'm creating a disk file, copying all my build files into this folder. There was a file which is named main dot something names.js. So this is the file which entirely consists of your application's code. So it will consist of your this token, this token. So that's why I made it as ampersand and open bracket. So you can have any number, any options which is hash or some kind of parenthesis with the front and back, which you will be configure up here, prefix and suffix. So with this, it will check the informations and just replace with the variable which is available. Once it's all done, I'm gonna deploy the distribution file only to the web app. Usually, when you connect it with the app, you can directly deploy, send your source code to the stage. It automatically builds and releases. If you want to make build once deploy anywhere, you have to build it and you need to deploy it for the static web app, for any other web application or Azure web apps, web app services, and yeah, for AWS and GCPs. So make sure you get the appropriate option before getting your deployment plan ready. So what I'm going to do is I now created this application. I'm just going to copy it, going to the library of production, add the deployment token here. Once added it, lock it. You can use the same token here. So now let's clone it. It has prod. And we need to add some constraints, right? Production has to be only from the master. So once this is done, what I will be doing up here is let's go to stage, change scope, where it may if once when you are cloning the stage here, your stage variables also get cloned. So remain in mind. Or I linked up here. Now my pipeline for production is got ready. So added prod. Now it is added. So there was some changes which I done. So let me commit so you can know that it's actually for on demo. So I added some hitting here, and I am working with the master branch now. So make sure when you are working on your projects or that kind of stuff, use Git flow. So it will make your branch even better, and you can just organize with features and bug fixes. It on app HTML. Once I committed it and pushed it, my pipeline will get started. See?
So basically, for multiple environments, we can set up the process, and after that, it will be completely automated.
Yes, absolutely, for sure. That's the main options right now. So once you set up the process, it's like a one ticky tick, which means you may face lot of issues, lot of bugs, lot of errors for the initial setup. Once you have a predefined template which is got ready, you can just spin it up how many stages on build. That's it. So if someone comes up, if if some project manager comes up, we need a different stage with this all environment. You can just spin up like this with a fraction
Okay,
of within 5 minutes of time. The build will be ready because you don't need to build it. You need to just deploy the build which is latest with the latest informations. That's it,
okay, okay.
which makes developers' life easier, where they will be
Yes, yes.
concentrating more on the code, which they are more focused on. Where we just need to set up once. That's it. So most of the time, I will recommend guys, if you are using Azure DevOps, make use of Ubuntu or Linux. It's pretty much faster. So whenever you are building up your build and release pipeline. So if you are building up some Docker images or some normal this kind of application, it speed ups your build time. Okay, you got
Okay.
this. Fine, super. So right now the app is got built. Maybe the deployment is going on. The deployment, which it's all I already initiated the C continuous deployment trigger with any respective branch for stage, but for the production we have initiated only for the master branch because master is our end goal. It's not put up some testing codes on the production, right? So it has to be some kind of filtering with pre-approval. If you need someone to approve the before getting the bill, you can just add it up here, either with respect of groups or users. To off it. So the stage is got deployed. Let me go and see this page here. You can see there was a changes on demo, which the
Yes,
changes
yes, yes,
I done
yes.
too. So here it's 2 and the production will is also got up just within 7 seconds. Normally I just got created the app.
Yes, yes.
It just got the my replacement is got done. You can see how much token which I passed up. It's got replaced, and that the static web app is actually a Docker image which is running on top of it with your source code. The code which the app which you are deploying will be there. So the kind information where I could share you all with is currently the all the apps which is on the SPA, which is static web apps and Azure web app web app services with Linux, all are coming up with Dockers inbuilt. So which makes your application very static. So you don't need to worry about how it will be spinning up. So an app is ready. Let's go and test it. This is a URL. Within a few
Okay.
minutes of time,
Okay.
the production build is ready. So
Okay.
which makes users if and the deployments operations teams life very easier so that they will be configuring only once. If you have a same set of Angular application or Angular application, you can just export this and get import on that application. Just export and import with respective information. You can just get this JSON. You can just click on import here.
So they can able
Another
to
project
even the
also.
backup also they can export it, and if they want they can also import it. Okay.
Yes, for sure. Because if it is like a template, which is once you fixed up with it, it's like a template. Only thing they need to change is the library and its variables, and they need to remap it.
Okay. Okay. So every time when we go live, the current one will become the n, and the current n will become a n minus one.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
So that will be great if the operations guy don't need to take it up when there was latest code. Only thing is just take the phone, approve, it will be deployed. That's it.
Okay. Okay. This is a really good, Lakshman.
So this is for an Angular application. So for the React, for this can be same applied with the React application, views and Slut. I think so. I not try
Okay.
Slut, and this mechanism can be even lived up with Linux web with Node.js web apps With the
Okay.
environment variables, we can able to just switch it up
Okay.
on the libraries. So it makes our deployment very easier, and
Okay.
we can just use as it is.
Okay. Okay.
So that's it from my end, and this is what the demo which I used to have was planned.
This is really good, so that it will be helpful for those who really want to adapt the automation CI/CD process on their day-to-day deployments.
Because I have seen times users copy pasting the files with the FTP, FileZillas, those kind of
Yes,
stuff.
yes, yes,
So this
yes,
will be hectic because some files may be changed, some file won't change because for the basically for the front end based application, you need to publish has to be fresh. The files has to
yes,
be fresh. If the
yes,
file's not cleaned up,
yes.
you won't able to get it. And I would like to share one more options here. So before ending up to the tank option, so before deploying any here, so what I would share is I added some options here. Clean the target folder
Okay, okay.
first.
So it will
Cleaning up the
start with
target
the
folder.
scratch.
Yes,
Okay,
it starts from scratch. If because it is also a pipeline, this is also going to use some system. It will be reserved for this pipeline. So if
yes,
we not
yes.
cleaned up, the bill will cost. So and one more thing is, um, I have skipped the app build here. So you see
Yeah.
here, skip the app build because as default, static web app builds your application.
Okay, okay. So
If you are sending
it
any
will
source
save a lot
code,
of time.
so it will save a lot of time. And
Yes.
it is, and one more thing is, it is deploying it is as a Dockerize. So Docker will re-update. Existing file will
Okay,
be getting into trash. That's it.
okay, okay.
So you
This will
see,
speed up more the deployment process. Okay.
yes. So you see, there was a lot of Docker pulls here.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes,
pulling up the ASP static web app client, and at
yes.
last putting my workings into that folder, and my app is getting ready. So
Okay,
we don't need to worry about caches for sure
okay,
because if I deploy the application, just clear the cookies caches. No, you can't say
okay,
no nowadays.
okay, okay. Yeah, this is really good. Probably you can share the link where you have the code. Probably I
Yeah,
can add it in the description to while publishing to the community, Lakshmi.
sure, sure. This is the open source code which I created in my DevOps repo. This is public.org. I have a lot of source codes where
Okay,
they can able to explore. If they want to need a total entire CI/CD pipeline for C sharp, they can have it.
okay, okay,
This is for web apps and for a CI/CD pipeline for other stuffs. So this is totally cloud, so they can able to use it and access it,
okay, okay,
and they can even check their information, get the clones, and they can kickstart.
okay, okay,
So if I have a time, so I could probably share the YAML pipelines also with you, so that you can share with them. So if you are going to familiar with the YAML options, I will share with you guys, so you can share with the viewers so that they can able to use the YAML also.
okay,
So
okay,
I base for the deployment, I don't want to make it complex, so I created with the classic option. So I will provide you a YAML file for this. Sure,
okay, okay.
fine. So
Thanks for your
that's it from my end. If do you have any questions?
no. Thanks for your real time on this automation part, Rashmi.
Sure, because this helps a lot. People, that was been my nightmares for some people's where is the deployment gone good? Is because they will be sitting around in on some other state. The users will be on a different country or somewhere where they don't even know whether deployment is done. They are using it or not. That's a key take.
Yes,
And they
yes,
need if there was some problem, even in the midnight, the people has to be show up if there was some
yes,
corrections
yes,
on manual deployment. So this makes their lives easier.
yes, yes.